It's your boy, Jim CB. Welcome back to the channel. You can like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man, and we are back with another clip, another video, and some things to get into with our thoughts, man. Stay tuned for the commentary, and I'll be with you shortly.
Well, it's your boy Jersey B. We are back with another video. Man, this is getting crazy. Terrance Gangsta Williams is responding to Boosie, man, his recent IG Live posts and his recent Twitter rants about him, and so let's get into it. Let's see what Gangsta Williams has to say about Boosie. It's crazy because Boosie once stated that he would not give Gangsta any fame whatsoever. None at all. Not from your boy, no. Boosie said no. Boosie said no, man. He's not giving this guy any clout, fame, or attention. He said this a while ago in a Vlad interview. But now it's like he just keeps adding fuel to the fire, poking the bear, and to be honest, Gangsta is really making the opportunity of it. Every time you say my name, I'm going to respond. Like you said earlier, man, good old Boosie. He gonna keep it coming with the come down. He gonna keep it coming with the checks. Every time you mention my name, I respond, get the check. That's what he said. And for people like me, thank both of you gentlemen, because the more that you speak on it, the more I get to speak on it. And man, men need to respect men. Don't matter what stance you take, because things get out of hand when men don't respect men. So let's hear what Gangsta has to say. See what Boosie got to say, see what Gangsta got to say, see what's going to do, what it's going to do. Let's just see.
So I don't know. And I don't want to talk about Gangsta no more after this,
He had it right. He don't want to talk about him no more.
and meant what I said.
He meant what he said.
But I don't want to go back and forth with no Gangster. To me being on BC, that's a cheap shot, man. Look, I'm like that, I'm different, bro. When it's probably he coming out here, I guess he probably thinking, like, I don't know, but I feel like I touched him, bro. But I don't wake up thinking about no Gangster. It ain't no smoke,
He said he doesn't wake up thinking about Gangsta. It ain't no smoke. But he keeps mentioning this, man. Every chance he gets, every new detail, every new topic, he mentions Gangsta. So obviously this is bothering you. And I mean, I get it, man. I get it. Boosie stated before, man, that he was on death row. He was placed in that situation with them charges because of snitching. So he feels some type of way when people tell it don't matter to him, whether it be them telling him did, somebody giving them the green light to tell on them, It's like, say, if, for instance, somebody say, hey, man, I'm going to let you go ahead and I'm going to let you go ahead and give me up. I'm going to take all the charges and I'm going to let you walk free because you got an opportunity to do something better. I'm going to go ahead and take this 20 years for you, right? But in Boosie mind, that's still telling. You know what I'm saying? If that guy ain't say, hey, listen, I put it all on me, let him walk home, let him go home, let him walk, then Boosie sees that as snitching. He see telling on the dead as snitching. He sees any type of sitting down, conversating, any type of cooperation with law enforcement. He even feel like if you take a plea deal and that plea deal affects your comrades or your co-Ds, then use a motherfucking right. That's how Boosie feels. He has every right to feel that way, judging off of what he been through, what his people been through, and all of those things. But how Gangsta said, I ain't send nobody to jail. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody doing 100 years behind me. Everybody he told on, he said, everybody I told on, they gone, pimp. They gone. Ain't nothing they can do with them. I just closed these cold cases. So we're going to continue to get in the Gangsta response. All right?
And I die for. Respect I got for Babe, man. I had them. I'm gonna keep dude out my mouth. I want to hide this Terrance Gangsta Wiggle, aka OG Giggity, aka Mr. S right back, aka the People's Champ, aka the Black Sammy the Bull, aka the Black Elpo of the South. Thank you, Boosie. Thank you. But after that, I want to know, Boosie, why you pick on me, bro? What I did you, man? I ain't do nothing to you, Boosie. I noticed every time I post something that you say, you get mad and just attack me, bro. You don't be attacking me, man. Why you pick on little Terrance? See how we got the DD? He both for the book. Well, guess what?
Yo, Gangsta funny as shit.
A lot of them, right? I said, Boosie the homie. Boosie really rocking me, y'all. Boosie, let me tell y'all, this is why I say that in my own mind. Now, I could be wrong. What? Think about this. Boosie going black. He say, oh, my uncle or one or something, my people, my family member told him, don't talk about Charles the White, don't say Charles the White name. Because Charles the White tried to put him in jail. So he ain't saying Charles the White name no more, right? Then come in and say, I'm speaking out of love for Birdland, baby. I ain't speaking up there. I'm not talking about gangster no more either. Right?
Boosie did say that.
Boosie called right back after I tag and say gangster this, gangster that. It put it on Twitter. Large Bill Twitter. He just said now. I'm glad. He said my name old. He ain't speak on no more. It's out of respect for stuff. Out of respect for Birdman. But then he come right back and ask him back.
And see, that's the thing. I don't think Boosie can help himself because he's upset. Like, that shit upsets him. He's like, yo, you nigga, you told it. You was a stepper. How a stepper gonna tell? But see, that's just the thing. Steppers, when you talk about gangster, when you talk about Sammy the Bull, when you talk about all these mafia men and these famous hitmen and these Alpos, they do so much dirt that they got so much dirt to talk about. You get what I'm saying? That's why this man not gonna really run out of content until he done. If he can get the investigators 40 murders to get him out of jail, to buy him back some time, right? Just think about what he might know that he didn't say, that he's still holding on to. Just think about other people's cases and situations that he know about that he ain't tell about yet. You know what I'm saying? That he might have been privy to and not a part of. Think about how many people or how many bodies that Sammy the Bull was attached to. Like, when let's look at Alpo, for instance, killing his homeboys and all type of madness. Man, when you look at that, right? You're like, yo, how could one man be a part of so much, man, and still be able to live peacefully, you know? But that's why people like to atone for their sins. Now, granted, if you do the crime, you gotta do the time, and telling is wrong, but these legal loopholes, man, the investigators just as crooked as the streets. They supposed to uphold the law to the fullest extent with integrity, right? But to close your cases, you accept the word of assassins and hitmen and steppers. You accept the fact that, hey, I'm going to throw this gun on your mama. I'm going to put these charges on your mama if you don't tell on these individuals and you don't take your time. Think about what they did to Meech and Terry. Your daddy going to go to jail. Your mama going to go to jail. That's what made them eat the 30 years. That's what made them take the time or take the deal. Then you trying to tell me the shit that I did going to send my mama to jail, so I got to take my charge. They play just as dirty as the streets when you're talking about the feds and things like that. So in my mind, it ain't no integrity to this shit on either side of the law. Look at all the cops that kill people and things like that. You know, it's it's something that I'm just like, man, what are we doing? Like, the streets don't love nobody. The system don't love nobody. Why we keep doing these things to ourselves? Because at the end of the day, it's clearly some type of vendetta against us as a black people, man. Us as a poor folk. Us as the brown folk. Us as the low income housing. And we ain't even gonna talk about, it's white men and women who live on the bottom just like we do. So sometimes it's about racism, sometimes it's about classism, sometimes it's about the almighty dollar. I always tell people, if you got enough money to fight your case and get the best lawyers, and you got a financial institution, a bank, a label, a company behind you who got pull and access and relationships, you can fight your way out of anything. Anything. Just imagine if the dude in your neighborhood who the top dope boy, right? Because he got money, but he gonna run out fucking with the government because it's the government, right? Think about, let's see, let's say if he was backed by Atlantic Records, he was backed by M&T Bank in some type of way. Just imagine, right? And he catch all these charges and things like that, all these drugs, all these guns. They could help him buy his way out of a situation. Why do y'all think it's so important? It was so important for the feds to pick on Murder Inc. and to threaten Def Jam so they could make sure Supreme had no type of financial backing. We're going to deplete your assets. After we finish depleting your assets, any partnerships, any relationships we are going to corrupt them to the point where they don't want to help you or they too scared to. We're going to block you so far in that there's no possible way to beat it. We not giving you a deal. You going to eat whatever we decide that you going to get. And what happened with Supreme? Got everything they wanted them to have. That's the way this shit works, man. But back to Gangsta. Just had to rant for a second.
Yeah. I'm out of my own muscle. And guess what? Someone sent me a video. Video talking about him and mentioned that he was on PC. I just made a video. He go at me again on Instagram. I say, man, this every time I would wonder what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna get these numbers up on this check. I'm gonna what video I'm gonna do. Until somebody hit me up. That's right back. Not ask what? Actually, let's get it. I got asked, Boosie, post about me on Instagram. And you know what, y'all? Tell me if I'm wrong. He took out his book. He say I'm a rat, snitch, master splinter, all this. Now, he say, you're not gonna talk about Charles White because he's getting Charles White and put him in jail. But he acknowledged, post, that I'm a rat, snitch. But he constantly talk about me. So it got to be some kind of infatuation now. It got to be, or just some edit who love. For the book, baby. We said, baby, he throw it to jail. Let me let that come to the lady. We're really getting that. Well, but nah, I'm gonna do it. Nothing. Left dog. Go to the basket, drive to the basket, go to the lane, turn around everyone, and miss the goal. Like, you know, why you miss the goal? You or something? No. Cut that thing on the direct Twitter Instagram on Monday night. What's going on? News, who was up? And somebody hit you. Oh, IG, lags. You gotta get back. What? What do you say? Now, I always say this, Boosie. I know you could have found a better picture than that. I'm pretty sure I had some nice pictures of what you did, but, you know, I guess I could tell you I can take pause there. Whatever you put out there from the bro. Like I said, I appreciate it because you're showing me something. We had love. We showing me that we have love for it. And I appreciate it, bro. You know how many? You know me showing up. All the saying this Boosie. You the one that loves that. And you get to run. And it goes back to what I've been telling y'all. A lot of the celebrities have gotten comfortable with not paying the publicist, not paying the manager, the publicist, the person who speaks for them or whoever help them, whatever it is. And they got comfortable doing that. I mean, you know, that panel, they want to extend money on it, embroidery line. And that's a problem because when you do these interviews, you'll say one thing, and then you'll forget what you say, and you come in and say something else, and then contradict yourself. And then with people like me, as a journalist now, when I point that out, man, you want to go off of me, you don't want to let me in that big old pretty house and that Atlanta. I'm coming to that club. I don't think say I'm coming up in that club. And David, baby, I'll be there. You know what? Yeah, that's what I'm doing there. That's how this started about. I seen the post and said he charging $5,000 for a verse. Boy, that'd be so gas if I just get an artist, pay the $5,000, let him do the verse, but I kill him song with Boosie. Yo, boy, I would you had to be sit back and yo. That would be gangster. But let me ask y'all this, because you know what? I know it's this too with that music. A person could do a song, but he got to clear it. So Boosie telling people $5,000, but verse go do it in a club, or that, well, you go clear it. So you go, you from that book now. You up there and graduate gas too now. Or you don't clear the verse. So you see, that's the problem. How would I get around that? How would I get around that? I don't know. I might just go, you know, give them $5, let them do the song, we do the song together. Yeah. That's what I like. PC Boosie and the people's champ.
Now this is what's funny. He is really antagonizing the shit out of Boosie, but at the end of the day, that'd be a hell of a power play if he did that. He, you know, got an artist, paid 5 racks, and then got on a song. It would make Boosie look weak. And at the end of the day, you know, Gangsta is, like he said in a lot of his stories, you know, this is the type of games he was playing when he was a part of them streets and doing that murder time. And they was out there being dangerous, you know. And that's the problem. You know, you forget. You gotta remember what arena you in. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that Boosie is a slouch, because, hey, I don't know either one of these, you know, gentlemen personally. But I do know this might get sticky because Louisiana is a different type of beast, you know. They say New Orleans